everybody, I'm Catherine. Welcome to Dryerdays Art Studio. I'm so happy to have you here. As you can see, I am doing two different Easter eggs in this video. I got a bunch of really cool glitter from Just For You Online UK. Their glitter is so cool. I just think it's really superior to anything else that I have found, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And if you want to check them out, please check the description of this video, which will also include a discount code for Just For You Online UK. This video to where I've already prepped my boards. If you want to see how I prep my boards, you can click the little eye in the upper right hand corner right now, or I will include at the end of this video a link to where you can find my prepping video of how I go about gessoing the boards and laying down my boundaries. I knew I wanted sort of an ombre effect with this egg, and I had my glitter picked out, what I wanted to use, so I had an idea, and I wanted to go from that white to light pink to darker pink to purple, and then finally a little bit of blue at the bottom. And with this egg, I knew I wanted a different look. I wanted sort of that characteristic Easter egg with the different shapes in there, and I wanted this one to be more spring-like with yellow and orange and a little bit of pink. Those little circles right there, I actually made those with a hot glue gun. I took a compass and a stencil actually and made the perfect round circles and then followed it with my glue gun. They're not totally precise, but that's okay. I like it to look a little bit more natural. Here you can see the different glitters from Just For You Online UK. They are just gorgeous. Oh God, I love these glitters so much. They're just beautiful. I can't say enough about them. And with my usual technique, I come in with my hot glue gun. Oh, I wanted to just show you there how I kind of clean it up. I've had a couple people ask me how I clean up my glitter, and I just take a dry brush like that, sweep it off, get it onto my paper there that I lay out on my table, and then I sweep it off back into a little cup there. But I just come in with my hot glue, I lay some hot glue down little by little, a couple inches at a time, and then lay the glitter onto it and gently press that glitter down into the glue so that it will stick. These are glitter flakes that I'm using that I got from Just For You Online UK, and they're so beautiful, and they have sort of a different texture, or I don't really know how to explain it. They're not flat pieces, so they really shimmer and shine depending on how the light is hitting them. And this is an iridescent glitter that I'm using from them. Really fine. I wanted a light pink and I didn't have a light pink, so what I did was I took some of the darker pink I had from them plus that iridescent, and I ended up making my own light pink glitter, and I really like it. I love how it turned out. You can really see it when I do the close-up later of this egg. But just going through, getting all my glitter out, I knew I wanted this to be very shimmery and shiny, and I wanted a lot of glitter in this piece, so I do spend a lot of time prepping this board. Gorgeous dark purple glitter. The nice thing about that coupon code over at Just For You Online UK is it's 10% off everything, and there's no minimum order, so it can be a really small order. It doesn't have to be $100. They are based in the United Kingdom, but I have found that when I place an order with them or discuss getting an order with them, I get it pretty quickly. These are those flakes again. These are a gold orange flake. Just beautiful. Same kind of thing, I lay in the hot glue a little bit section by section and then lay down some glitter and gently press it down. Outside of the Just For You Online UK glitter, I did use some peach glass that I got from Laura's Art Corner. You can see in the upper right hand corner there, and right now I'm just laying in some gold studs that I actually found at Michael's in the bridal section. And again, just little by little, laying a little bit of hot glue down and then coming in with those gold studs. And these are crystal quartz tumbled chips that I got from Just For You Online UK, so they do have some stones and chips there too. I laid those in on the bottom, then I ended up doing it on the top of this piece as well, and then coming in with that peach glass that I got from Laura's Art Corner. I do have a link and a discount code for Laura's Art Corner as well in the description of this video, so check that out. Just For You Online UK also has this biodegradable glitter, which I thought was really cool. It's really beautiful too. It's a really nice shade of pink that I'm using there. And just finishing up here, I did decide to outline those circles in a glitter glue, which I also got at Michael's, and you can find that at Hobby Lobby as well. So here the pieces are taped, they are ready for their resin. I did tape the underside of these with blue painter's tape to catch any drips, and I have outlined the entire piece in masking tape. Any and all of the products and tools that you see me using in these videos you can find in the description of all the videos, as well as links to buy, and I have an Amazon store too, which features all of my favorite products. As usual, I come in and I drizzle clear resin over all of the spots that have stones and glitter, and even though I've already glued these items down, sometimes there are still loose pieces, and if you get to really moving with your resin and you haven't secured those down and you come in with your heat gun or a hairdryer or anything, it will blow that stuff all over. And I don't want all that hard work to go to waste of having glued them down to where I want, so I just come in first with a little clear. I am using Stone Coat Art Resin, and I also have a discount code for them as well down in the description of the video. I love Stone Coat Art Resin so much. I will say that in my studio I do keep it about 75 degrees to keep my resin warm. And when I come in and use this resin, you can see here I do 2 full pieces with this resin, and I'm coming in, you know, not very fast and covering this whole section. I'll do the same thing with the pink, purple, and blue egg over there too, and I can do 2 pieces with 1 batch of resin, so it has such a long working time. I would say I can get 40, even 45 minutes out of this as long as I have it warm enough when I mix it. So I'm just a huge fan of Stone Coat Art Resin, and again, if you want to check out the description, I do have a discount code for them. Hold on to any of the glitter that you have used in the pieces because you may need some later. This is actually that light pink glitter that I had mixed myself using the darker pink and the iridescent glitter that I got from Just For You Online UK. And here I incorporate it right into some resin and lay it in, and it looks just beautiful. So definitely when you're working on a piece, try to set aside any extra glitter that you have because you may want to mix it in with the resin and incorporate it into the piece later. And here I am incorporating some golden sand mica pigment from Artisan Pigments. You can find them on Amazon.com, and I do have them in my Amazon shop, as well as listed down in the description of the video if you want to find those. They give you a whole rainbow of colors really inexpensively. I believe it's like $20, $25 for a bunch of mica pigments, and they're very beautiful. Like I said, here I'm using golden sand. Using one of my favorite whites, and that's Angel White by Lorez Pigments. This is a pigment paste that you add into your resin, and I'm big on whites. I do like to add white to most, if not all, of my pieces, and this white is just, it's really awesome. And you can see in the upper right hand corner there, the black top, that is the little jar of it. You don't need a whole lot, and especially I use it more as like an accent in my pieces, but you get really nice lacing, really nice effects with it. And yeah, so definitely check that white out if you're looking for a good white. And again, the link to Laura's Art Corner will be down in the description, and I do have a coupon code for her store as well. Once I get the resin all down on the piece and things pretty much where I want them, I will come in with my heat gun and just kind of hit the entire piece. I will come back in and do this again. I do it probably about 3 or 4 times, but I will come in and get this done before I start on the other egg. And you can see, I mean, this whole time obviously I've sped it up, and I have cut some parts out for editing purposes just to speed things up, and this resin is just still really workable, and it's just awesome. I love using this stuff, especially if I know I want to be in there working on numerous pieces or a piece that's going to take a decent amount of time. And following my normal protocol, coming in and just drizzling that clear resin over all the loose pieces. And I will say too, with this piece I'm not going to do a whole lot of adding a whole lot of pigments. I do kind of more towards the bottom with the purple and the blue, but The reason I paint these ahead of time is not only to kind of lay out where I want the colors to go of the piece, but also gives me a nice backdrop so that I don't have to do a whole lot of pigment adding. It's just a good preparation thing for me. It's just the way I like to do these pieces. And then that way when I add my pigments or my paste over top, it already kind of has that backdrop to it. You'll see that in another video I do of 2 more Easter eggs that are with a different technique. I will link those videos at the end of this video as well, and I think I'll put a link in the description as well if you want to check that out. But you know, the thing that I like too about laying down the clear resin is when you come in and you add those pigmented resin colors, you really get a nice effect. It's not so heavy. You can do more of an airy, kind of milky look instead of just having kind of a bulk of just one color. It just gives a really nice, more of a blend, in my opinion, when you lay the clear down first.
Like this.
So I would come in and hit both of these a few more times with the heat just to pop any more bubbles and to get a little bit more of the effects that I wanted. And I do something a little bit different with these two. Normally I would come in at about 3 hours and pull that masking tape off and hit the edges with heat. But I decided that this time I wanted to try something different. So I left the tape on, that masking tape, for about 20 hours, and I came in and pulled it off. Now you can see I'm trying to point here to a little lip. It's kind of hard to pick up on the camera, but as you know, the resin is self-leveling, but with that tape there, it creates sort of this barrier or a little lip around the edges. That can be sort of sharp in points, in parts it can be sort of uneven, not this perfect lip around the side. And so what I did was I did this on both of them. I came in with some sandpaper and just lightly sanded the edges. You can see on this one too, this one's a little bit easier to tell, that lip there. But I just gently sanded those edges down a little bit to try to get them a little bit more even and not as sharp, but still leaving a lip there. And then I came in with a second layer of resin and to fill it in, to sort of dome it. But before I did that, since these are nice and dry and I've pulled that tape off, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in with my Posca markers and I'm going to lay down lines that I want to incorporate. These are 3 separate sets of Posca markers, and you can find all of them in my Amazon store, which that link is in the description. And I do also list them individually in the description below as well. I love these Posca markers. They work so well on resin. And I do get the finer tip. They do have different ranges and size of the tips. But I find if I go with the smaller ones, I can make really nice fine lines, and then I can also make thicker lines if I choose to, by just building up those fine lines. And now here, I just wanted to show coming in with my second coat of resin. So I still have the underneath taped with my blue painter's tape. And I'm just coming in with that clear resin. Again, this is Stone Coat Art resin. Gently moving it around. You can see where I've added the lines on there. And what's nice is this resin will just butt right up to that dome, that border that was there that I gently sanded down. And then what I will do with my finger is just take some clear resin on my finger and rub it around the edges so that the edges are nice and shiny as well and blend in with that top. Here they are all finished. I ended up doing another clear coat of resin on top. And so that would total 3 layers of resin that are done on these. I think they came out really beautifully, really cute, nice and festive for Easter. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Come check me out over on Instagram at dryerdays. Remember to check out the description for any tools you might need, as well as tons of discount codes. I should mention that I did get these eggs at thewoodshapestore.com, which there's also a link to them in the description. Thank you so much, guys, and until next time, keep on pouring.